I mean, we're kind of at that point where we need to really show who we really are. I mean, we've had some stumbling blocks, some obstacles that um, most all teams go through, and we just have to overcome and find a way to overcome these obstacles and play our best.
So you've lost a bunch of the top running backs. I'm not sure who's going to be back this week or where they're going to be at as far as that goes, but just your thoughts about the running back group. And you guys are opening the holes and trying to get them opportunities, but Nate came in and did some nice things.
He tore it up. I was so happy to see him playing so well. And just like you said, if the O-line, if we do our jobs, whoever's back there can do a really good job.
Just as far as the way you guys are playing together as a unit, pretty satisfied overall? Where are you guys at as far as the O-line group?
I mean, there's definitely still a lot we need to improve on. Every day we're learning new things, and Coach 2J is showing us new things, new schemes for new defenses we're going up against, and all defenses we go against are different. So, we need new schemes, new people to focus on, and I think, like I said, there's still a lot to improve on, but we should be at least satisfied for what we've done so far, but always room to improve.
How much different is it when you drop back and throw the ball 63 times as opposed to running as much as you guys have been running?
It was a lot different. I mean, that's what I did in high school. Like, every play was almost a pass play, but it's been a while since high school, so it was a lot different, and I think Stu threw it very well, so that was a relief. And if we could just secure up the protection a little, he'll do even better.
Do you have to change the mindset in that sense? I mean, as opposed to firing out and going after guys to settle them back and pass protection?
Yeah, definitely. You need to kind of step back, be a little bit more patient when it comes to the pass game and seeing what the D are doing.
Boise State, what do you expect to see from them?
They're a great team, a great defense. It's gonna be a challenge, but I think we're up to it, and especially with the practice plan we have and how hard Coach 2J is working. I think we'll be fine.
What do they is there anything specifically they bring that's particularly challenging?
Not really, just a little bit different. We've seen the nickel defense the last couple of weeks. It seems like most of this year we've seen the nickel defense, but from what we've seen so far, they run an odd. But I mean, that always changes. It seems like we practice one thing all week, and then when it comes to game time, it could be different.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have to be ready.
Playing up there at Boise, blue turf, and all the way that they've laid things out and the way that stadium's laid out. Thoughts about just the atmosphere and the environment of
I was there 2 years ago
mm-hmm.
when I was a redshirt freshman. I was a scout player of the week, and I was able to travel and be at that game, and it's loud. It's a loud stadium, so we got to be prepared for that. And we have O linemen that played in that game, so they've been talking about it too. But we've been mentioning how loud it is and how we need to be prepared for that.
That's particularly key for you guys.
Yeah,
because you got to hear the calls.
We have to hear Stu and hear the protection from our center Tijon and all that. So we got to be ready for that.
What's been the toughest defense that you've played so far? Which team would you say?
I'd say UCF. UCF had a really good defensive line, but I mean all the defenses we've seen were good. I mean they show different things, and they had their schemes against us. But in particular, when I think of that question, I think of UCF.
What was it about them? Just
from what I heard after the game, that their defensive line coach used to be an NFL defensive line coach, so he knew, he coached them well, and he told them how to approach the game and how to play against us well. I thought we still did a good job against them, but they were tough.
Do you feel like that kind of prepared you for the following games against Nevada and maybe Boise State?
Yeah, for sure. Always going up against teams like that, difficult, tough teams will help us and help us grow and help us learn and improve always.
You guys have hit your points pillar in 6 of the 7 games, I believe, and yet 4-3 overall. What do you have to do to keep the pedal? You get to 24, 2 weeks ago, 28 last week. and then weren't able to score as efficiently. What do you have to do for the whole offense to keep going, keep putting more points up?
We can't be complacent. We just have to keep putting points on the board. We can't put our defense in difficult situations like we have in the past. And so we just need to keep going, keep being consistent, play the way we did in the first half the whole game, or depending on the game, the second half.
Is it a mentality thing then? Is it just, hey, just because we hit 24, we're not done? You know, is that the mentality you have to have?
And I think the coaches have been doing a really good job addressing that and helping us out with that aspect of it.
You talked about preparing for the crowd noise. How do you personally and as a group go about doing that?
Our scout defensive line has been doing a good job as like stemming or moving like right before the snap count. That's helping us to be more patient and helping us to focus more on the ball, not on them. It's kind of hard with the crowd noise. We just pump up the music, have to have it really loud. But with the defensive line moving before the snap count, that helps a lot. That's what our scout D line.